Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Essence, and in today's video, I would like to talk about magic, but more from a standpoint about what exactly it does. Because those who are new to magic, or they hear about magic but they may not believe in it, tend to think that magic, if it existed, is a force that brings things to the person who wields it without effort. Now, I do believe that if we were more evolved with the power of magic, that might be the case. But unfortunately, we are far, far behind, at least compared to probably other worlds out there that may have it better in terms of the knowledge of magic. Personal belief of mine is that years ago, people knew magic a lot better. A lot of our ancestors knew this, and they had more of a grasp on it. But unfortunately, there were those who either were afraid of it or wanted to only be the ones to wield it, that it is now lost or forgotten. Many people were imprisoned, killed, tortured because they had this power, and people were afraid. So, in terms of magic now, magic still works. There's a lot of people who utilize magic where it's actual practical magic, where it actually has a use for something. But it is at a lower tier. It's a much lower vibration than what I believe our ancestors knew in the past. Now, wouldn't it be great to just be able to, snap your fingers and summon something, or to instantly bring something into your life without, having to actually do any work? Yes, it would. It would be totally convenient. But we're just not at that point yet. Now, what does magic do? Essentially, when we work with magic, we are hoping to increase, decrease, or neutralize the energy level of, could be a person, place, or thing. Anything in this world can be affected by magic. So if we are looking to maybe repel someone from our existence who's making us nuts, then we would do a banishment spell that is trying to decrease the energy of that person. And maybe get them to kind of feel that your energy is too much for them. When we are trying to do a spell for wealth, we are trying to increase the energy of abundance in our lives. Whenever our lives are chaotic, we are trying to neutralize the energy within our lives. So magic can be used on oneself, and it can also be used on things in the outside environment. Now, sorry. Energy can be cast for pretty much any use. However, if there is not work to back it up, if you do not put in all the work that you can possibly do, then you're leaving it up completely to faith, and that seldom is rewarding. So, let's say, for example, you are trying to cast a spell to get your dream home, right? And you don't have a job. You have no source of income. You're probably still living with your parents, right? And, got a rich mommy and daddy who pay for everything, let's just say, because I just, that scenario sounds fun. and you're not actively looking to find your home, you're not like contacting a realtor, not looking for houses that might be for sale, nothing. How likely is it, do you think, you're going to get your dream home? Because I'd like to say in that scenario, it's pretty damn slim. Now, I would say if you had a job, we're saving good, we're trying to do everything you could to, save up money for it. And once you were at the point where you were like, okay, it's time to get a house, you contacted a realtor, and gave them the information that you want and be like, I'm trying to find this specific home. Can you help me? And let's say for an additional, like you're actively looking yourself. You may be trying to look down certain streets to see if there's any home that catches your eye, that's for sale. All of those things are within your power. Something that you do not need magic for, you can just do yourself. I would say that magic is more like an extra booster or something for a last resort. In this case, it would be a booster because you've already done everything you can. Now, adding in like an additional prayer, some manifestation energy, so that you can find your dream home. Maybe the real estate office will be like, "Hey, we found the perfect home for you. It has everything you want." That's good. You've already done all you can do. And then you add magic in for a little extra oomph, a little extra boost. And that's not bad. That's not bad. And even if you don't believe in magic, it's like, if you've done already all that you can do physically, what can it hurt to at least add a prayer? Say, I send it out. Even if you don't believe in a God, just the universe, the universe. You can just make a prayer to the universe. Send your manifestation out just to the universe. And just say, look, I'm trying to find my dream home. I've done everything I can do. Could you, please help me find my dream home, please, and thank you. Something like that. Just putting your intention out there. Now, in the instance, I'm going to add another example that's more for a last resort thing. So let's say, for the sake of argument, that you go to the doctors and it turns out that you have a rare disease. And either the doctors really have no cure for it, or there's an experimental treatment that may not work, They don't really have anything that can, like, officially help you. Well, you could go through with the experimental experiment, and if it doesn't work, well, that's when magic comes in. Magic can also be used for last resort things. So if you've like gone to multiple doctors and they've all told you the same thing, and you tend to take matters into your own hands when there's no professional that can help you. So if they tell you, like, look, there's nothing we could do for you, and it's not likely that you're going to live past a certain point, so get all your affairs in order, and that's devastating to hear, That really puts a damper on people who, they got families, they got lives to live, but unfortunately, that's just the way of this world. But it doesn't mean that you're hopeless. You can try alternative medicine like herbs. There are tons of herbs out there that actually have properties. They may not be scientifically tested, but you can try herbs, herbal supplements, herbal teas, herbal elixirs and concoctions. See if they help, Also, you can rely on prayer and magic to kind of, try and get your body to heal itself. I do believe that if we believe hard enough our body has the ability to heal itself. I mean, the placebo effect, there's got to be something there. Now, why in an instance, like, would you, let's say you do all that and it doesn't work, you have a magic spell, and let's say you're feeling really good about it, and you pray and you try the herbal shit, and, it just, but it just doesn't help. Unfortunately, magic is not a cure-all for everything. It is not a guarantee when you do magic. Belief and faith are very important. The emotions behind the belief and the faith are also important when you do it. But if the disease is like too strong, or if it's too far along, maybe they caught it a little late, then it may not work. It might not. Truth be told, like, if it's something like minor, you caught it early, they may not have a cure for it, but, it's something minor. Maybe it would work in that instance because it's early yet. It's weak, And if you start sending all this energy to it at once, maybe that will ball up into something. But if it's like too far along, then the chances of it working, even if you really believe that it could, start going down. Our physical bodies are amazing yet odd things. I mean, they're so easy to break, so difficult to heal. And yet there are some instances where people like are in situations that are guaranteed death and yet survive, It's really an odd thing, and unfortunately I do not have an answer to how everything in the universe works, I do not have an answer. I only have like opinions, like what I think it could be. Just the fact of the matter is that while magic is not a full-on guarantee for what you do, it can help, and you can always try if you've done everything you can and there's nothing else that you can physically do. Add some spirituality to it, You bake the cake. The spirituality and the magic is just the icing, And even if the cake is shit, at least you tried to ice it and make it work. So that is what, my take on magic and what it does and what it should be used for and what is most likely to work. If you have any questions that maybe I didn't, go over, please put it down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I wish you all the best of luck while using magic.